Good morning. My wife said that I could make videos, but I always have to have the kitchen clean before I turn the camera on. So we're not going to tell her that we have dirty dishes in the sink, although I've gotten most of them clean. If you don't know, the whole shtick to this video series is that I don't work anymore. My wife does the work, so I'm taking care of the house now. And I'm pretty good at it, I got to admit. There's still a few things that my wife wishes I would pick up on. For example, do you know that you're supposed to clean the garbage disposal flange? That thing, it gets gunky. I had no idea. We're still discussing that. I'm going to just keep cleaning these dishes. I've been making videos about cooking bread and making dinner and being supportive that way, and nobody cares. Nobody watches those, but they seem to be interested in what does a guy do when he doesn't work anymore, when the guy takes care of the house and the wife is making the money. That seems to have a hook. Well, I'll tell you, it's pretty awesome. You're probably thinking, wow, do you get bored? Oh, I'm like, no, you don't. There's plenty to do. In fact, I was up at 5 o'clock this morning because go to yoga now, stay healthy. That's something that's hard to do when you have a job. And I'm going to tell you a dark secret. This mug, which I love so much for my daughter, the one who likes and subscribes, is an awesome mug, right? But it's not the most ergonomic. I'll show you the most ergonomic mug, but don't judge me. Let me tell you my side of the story. So you might be thinking, oh no, he's one of those guys. But I'm not one of those guys. But people think I'm one of those guys, maybe because I got shorter hair. I don't know. But this mug is the easiest one to drink from, but I can't drink from it because, like, YouTube, I'll get canceled or something. And the only other coffee mugs are these things, which are not nearly as easy to drink from. So, anyway, if you ever catch me drinking from this, just we're cool, right? Just I'm not gonna try to overthrow the government. It's just handy to drink from. But maybe we're not to that point in our relationship yet, so I'll stick with this mug. Anyway, I got most of the things clean. So I made cupcakes because it was our friend's birthday, and even though she's older than you would think someone who gets cupcakes, who doesn't like cupcakes? The problem is that I've washed these twice, and there's some cooked on batter that remains. I don't know of a good way to clean this. I don't want to have to painstakingly clean out each one. That'd be a drag, but it looks like that might be the only recourse. Anyway, let me get these things in the dishwasher here before people find out that our house has dirty dishes. Yeah, last night we made a really good meal. It was navy beans and like a chicken carcass. We went to Costco and got one of those chicken rotisserie chickens, and we pulled all the meat off so we can make a chicken salad sandwich. Huh? No. So we can make chicken salad, 4 chicken salad sandwiches, and then you have a carcass. And as you know, if you watch my videos, we don't throw anything away. So we took the beans which we soaked overnight, and we sauteed a bunch of vegetables, and then we put the beans in, and then we just put a chicken carcass on top and put it in the pressure cooker, and boom. Instant chicken and navy bean soup. But gotta clean up that mess. So like this is the top of that. So anyway, do you like our festive bowls? Me too. They're actually a present from the person that we had a birthday for. It all ties together. I mean, she didn't give us the bowls on her birthday. She gave us the bowls like a couple Christmases ago. But You know what I mean. Anyway, it's like 40 degrees outside. That's why I'm bundled up. You're like, aren't you in Florida? Why you wearing a sweatshirt indoors? Well, because in Florida, we don't have furnaces. If you're not from around here, you might not know that. But nope, they don't have furnaces in Florida because it really doesn't get cold enough to justify having a furnace in Florida. What we do is we have heat pumps. If you take an air conditioner, that cools the house, obviously, and run it in reverse, then it heats the house. It's some sort of magic of thermal fluid dynamics, compression and expansion. I don't know. All I know is that our air conditioner was making some weird noises last night, and they cost $15,000 to replace. And I might have mentioned that I don't have a job, so I'm hoping that that air conditioner lasts only 30 more years, and then it'll become someone else's problem. Obviously, air conditioners don't last 30 years. And to tell you the truth, um, people, they might try to sell you on an air conditioner, right? Like, oh, the new ones are more efficient, blah, blah. Well, actually, the new ones are more efficient. They work so much better than the old ones that, I mean, it stinks to spend that much money, but I think, you feel good about it when it runs quieter, more efficiently. Save electricity. I mean, you got to save a lot of electricity to save $15,000 worth of electricity, but if you're in Florida, you got to have AC, of course. Not only to stay cool, but because it dehumidifies your house. If you're not dehumidifying your house, if you're not pulling that water out of the air, your house falls apart. I don't know how they did it in the old days. Maybe their houses fell apart. We're getting there. Now I got to clean this thing out, though. Is it possible to turn out? Hey, YouTube, if you have any hints on how to clean one of these things, just put them in the comments. Business idea. Silicone cupcake. What do you call this thing? Silicone cupcake, cup baker. What do you call this thing? Cupcake tray? Anyway, create a brush that cleans this. There's a business idea. Or just do it the old-fashioned way with those paper things, right? Maybe this is one of those things that seemed like a good idea at the time, but I don't know. The cupcakes popped out. I mean, it looks clean, but then when it dries, I don't know. Okay, there's still some things I got to work on as a house husband, but there's only 3 left. I guess the kids have been in them. All right. Let's clean this one. So today I have to go to Aldi, my favorite store, to buy some spinach. And just between you and me, it's my wife's birthday, so I'll buy her some flowers from Aldi too, because I'm, a big spender like that. And yeah, I was gonna buy spinach at Winn-Dixie. Which, do you have Winn-Dixies? Because Winn-Dixie is like, it's not as good as Publix, or well, not as expensive as Publix, or like Wegmans if you're a northerner. But it's better than Aldi or Walmart. It's kind of in the middle. Anyway, I went to buy some spinach, and they were selling 5-ounce bags of spinach. And like the regular price was $5. $5 for 5 ounces. Isn't that like what silver sells for, or something like that? I mean, so I started thinking to myself, maybe that would be like my YouTube challenge. Can I grow spinach for less than $1 an ounce? Sounds easy, but here in Florida, things don't grow so well. It's too hot, it's too wet, it's too dry, too many bugs. And believe it or not, even though I'm in the city of Jacksonville, in the suburbs, we have deer because we have these big preserves. And, that run like 3 miles or 4 miles through the city, and deer live in there. I know because they come and eat all my vegetables if I try to grow them. Are you the kind of gardener who, like you try to grow tomatoes, so you buy the pot and the dirt and the fertilizer and the seeds and blah blah blah. And by the time you're done, you get 3 tomatoes, so it breaks down to like $20 a tomato by the time you cost it out. Well, I am. Okay, so we're looking good here. Let's see. Let's get this out of the kitchen. I have to come up with a plan for dinner too, since it is her birthday. I have to come up with something nice. I don't know what we have though. I'll check with her. Even though I'm the one chopping and cooking and cleaning, my wife likes to cook. So sometimes I'm just the sous chef. I prepare all the food, like chop it all up, and then she can come in and do her magic, which is good because she knows how to actually season stuff. I just put salt or pepper, not both. That'd be crazy. But she has a lot more spices than me. You can go back and watch one of our previous videos where we cook stuff, the ones that get like 80 views, and you can see the spice in action. Let me put this up. You're like, Tom, how many spatulas do you have? I use a lot of spatulas. I don't know, when I'm cooking stuff, I just keep grabbing a new one. Since I'm the one washing it, what's it matter, right? No one's upset about that. No one's gonna complain I use too many cooking utensils if I'm the one cleaning up after myself. Hey, what's this? Another thing to clean? Sure, why not? Why not? I think we're making progress, team. The kitchen is almost clean enough to let me start videoing. All right. When in doubt, clean it again. You want to hear a funny story? When I was first dating my wife, we were cooking something. Even back then, we were cooking stuff because we didn't have any money, of course. And she had potatoes, and she was like cleaning the potatoes. I said, "Where's your potato brush?" And she said, "What's a potato brush?" And so I just thought of that because here's our potato brush. This might be the original. She's like, "I never heard of potato brush." So I went out and I bought her a potato brush, and it was from that point on that she knew I was the guy for her. I mean, what woman wouldn't want a guy who buys her a potato brush? She is amazed by my worldliness that I knew about such implements. So I know I talk a lot about my favorite store, Aldi. In fact, we'll be going there today. But this is something cool from Ikea that we just discovered. So they have these like containers, which of course Aldi has containers. But check out this rubber thing. It like, what? Is that crazy? You're like, well, how do you get it off, Tom? You just lift it off. I don't know how the Scandinavians came up with such a thing, but it's amazing. I recommend it. Not sponsored by Ikea yet, but this is pretty handy to put our food up. Because the other thing is like that clicky. Here, I'll show you. right? The other option is this thing. But then you got to click it, click, click, click. And sometimes, I don't know, it's a pain in the butt, right? Just take this thing, boop. What? It's amazing. So back when I had to work, I would do software development, and I would deploy applications into the cloud, and I would access databases that existed in the ether. And it seems like magic. But I'm much more impressed with that boop thing. That's pretty cool. Whoever came up with that. I wonder if they knew what they were doing, or if they just were like, hey, you know what I noticed? This thing just sucks on. I'm pretty sure they knew what they were doing. Anyway, I'm going to Aldi today because we have these bananas. Isn't that bananas? My son, who learned to be a good shopper by watching us, got these for a good price, but he got a lot of them and they've been going bad. So choice is to make banana bread. But I already made banana bread, or smoothies. But I like to put spinach in the smoothie, and don't have any spinach. Or you can just like peel them and freeze them and use them later, which I might end up doing too. Or I could eat them because it's, I'm an athlete. I get up at 5 a.m. to go exercise. Tell the doctor I have trouble recovering from exercising. And he's like, well, what do you have for breakfast? And I'm like, black coffee. He's like, have a banana. Oh, where'd I get a banana from? I'm not rich. I just don't have fruit lying around the house. All right, got to put these up. I was just about to tell you about my best tool in my arsenal, the bench scraper. And I can't find it. It's not where it's supposed to be. All right, the bench scraper. Because you can get all the junk. Oh man, if my wife knew that you knew that we had leftover food stuff on our island, oof, she would shut down this channel. All right. Another thing she and I are at odds about our paper towels, because there's a lot of people in the world that think paper towels are bad for the environment. I don't know. Seem pretty handy to me, gotta be honest. Man, this thing's dirty. I have to bring out the big guns. What do you think? What do you think, YouTube? Pro paper towel, anti-paper towel? Let's sealer. I know I have a cleaner somewhere in here for. That's for the stove. I thought I had some specific granite cleaner. Maybe it's outside. All right. Looks like we're going to be using soap and water. I think this granite, it's formed hundreds of millions of years ago in a volcano. I think it's going to survive some soap and water, and not a special cleaning solution created by big marble or big granite. Be sure to preserve your granite countertops with this expensive spray that we made up. Be sure to save the trees. Don't use paper towels willy-nilly like Tom does. It's kind of funny. It's unseasonably cold in Florida. It's like, what's up with this climate change? I don't know. As I use my 17th roll of paper towels. I don't know. Who could predict such things? Look at us. This kitchen's looking good. Good job. Let's go to Aldi. The best time of the day. That sound means it's go time. So there's this dude milling by the carts, and he's like, I have to pay for these? I'm like, yeah, that's all the experience, man. So I just gave him my cart. That was my good deed for the day. Wait until he finds out about having to pay for a bag. Okay, just for some closure from my Aldi trip. My wife really likes butternut squash, and this was 89 cents. And I said, Pam, you won't believe the deal. I got 89 cents for this. And she's like, a pound, right? And I'm like, a pound? Yeah, 89 cents a pound. Still a good deal. She hasn't seen this yet. $5. Am I the best husband ever? Some would say yes. Finally, we were talking about spinach being at Winn-Dixie for $1 an ounce. Well, at Aldi, it's 19 cents an ounce. So what did I get? I got spinach for $1.55. So math, I don't know how much I got it for. Hold on a sec. I've already eaten half of it. 8 ounces for $1.55, as opposed to 5 ounces for $5, right? Is that ridiculous? Anyway, not sponsored by Aldi, but thumbs up for Aldi today.